Good to go? Okay, that I'm lucky. A very good start today, but maybe about 10, 20 runs short at the end?
Yeah, it was a brilliant power play. Robbie played out of his skin. It looks throughout this tournament so far, the balls that we're using are swinging a lot more and doing more than you normally expect them to up front. So for us to be what we were at the end of the power play, I think was a brilliant effort. And then, he showed all of his experience throughout that innings. But we just stumbled a little bit at that 12 over mark, and we just couldn't quite get those partnerships we did, which served us so well at the back end of the first game. So it's one of those things that can be quite frustrating. It's just the most important thing is how we react to it now moving into the next game.
So you win one, you've lost one, but obviously it's a marathon, it's not a sprint, a long way to go. A lot of positives to take away.
Yeah, as always, and that's the most important thing is that you see things for what they are. You don't get too emotional going into the next game. I remember throughout both games we've done things right, we've done things wrong. We just got to keep learning and evolving as a team and understanding each other better is always going to serve as well as things move forward.
Joe, during World Cup we saw here that the team batting second, their winning ratio is much better than the team batting first. So toss does matter here as well during this league?
The stats seem to suggest that, definitely. There haven't been many games won batting first, but I do think we missed an opportunity tonight. But that's sometimes just how it goes. It seems like there was certainly a bit more dew and greasiness out there second half, but you've got to give credit to the way that they chased that down. It wasn't straightforward, and it was a brilliant partnership through that middle phase. James showed all of his class. Obviously, I've seen a lot of him play, and he's a wonderful T20 player. Well, a wonderful player, full stop, but what he's achieved in T20 cricket the last couple of years has been exceptional, and he showed all that class out there today, so credit to him, and Gerard as well at the other end, played nicely.
Joe, you're going to play Gulf Giants again in the next game. Is that a good thing or a bad thing?
Well, we'll certainly have a really good understanding of what they're trying, or what they're going to throw at us and how they're going to approach things. So I don't necessarily see it as a good or bad thing. I think it's just another opportunity to try and play some good cricket, to improve on some of the mistakes that we made today, and to continue all the good things that we've done so far throughout the tournament.
Hi Joe, what do you think team would have done differently to break that partnership between James and Erasmus?
It's so easy to come up with all sorts of different theories now it's been and gone. But I think the most important thing, you look at moments like that and moments in games, there was a few key areas where we missed opportunities and we maybe didn't quite take a risk early enough. Whether that's bringing players up or not just always going to the long side, but like I say, they took some calculated risks at some important times of the game, and it came off for them. And you've got to give credit where credit's due sometimes.
You talked about the conditions. What do you think batters need to adjust in order to score big here?
I think the most important thing is that you watch Robbie the other night, and to a degree the first 5-10 balls of his innings tonight, and then James in the second innings. What was James in a similar position to me of 5 off 11 balls. It's just not panicking if you don't get off to that fast start, which you normally expect to in a power play. I think understanding that sometimes you just need to absorb a little bit of pressure before you can then throw a few punches back, and those two have shown everyone else how to do it in this competition. But there might be a game at a different ground, or when you play in the middle of the day, that things are very different, and you have to really make the most of that power play. So I think you've just got to be adaptable. You've got to play what's in front of you to a degree, and then understand that when it's your time, you really try and make it pay.
Hi Joe, I'm Sarkar from News Time. Today, both sides is very aggressive cricket. It's a very good sign. Is a DP World ILT20, and I think is a 183 is not enough. Make new strategies.
Yeah, look, I don't think we were far away from getting a really good score on there. As I say, we had a brilliant start to things. There was a good partnership out the back of the power play when we lost my wicket, and the captain was going nicely. And like I say, credit to them. They took a few calculated risks at the right time, bringing Rayan back at late on, taking a crucial wicket then. And we just couldn't. Like, you look at the first game where we probably got 20 more than we should have on a worse wicket, and we didn't lose wickets in clusters. We always seemed to get some form of partnership and something together, and that can be the difference sometimes. if you're constantly taking wickets, you're constantly putting teams under pressure and asking different questions of new batters, and like I say, it can look so deeply into every little decision you make within this game. The most important thing is that when we come out in the next game, we're very clear, and we approach it with a really positive and aggressive attitude, like we intend to throughout the tournament.
So how much these leagues and the shorter format allows you to adjust quickly when you have to switch to red ball and apply that baseball formula?
We've got no choice, really. The amount of cricket that there is, and the different formats that are available. If you want to play in them, then you're going to have to be adaptable. But I think that can round you off as a player. You find yourself within a test match, you can find yourself in a number of different scenarios, especially in this English team at the minute. You have to be able to score quickly on occasions. So you have to be adaptable. That's what the best players in the world are. And whether it's coming from red ball to white ball or the other way around, if you want to be one of a very well-rounded player, then that's something that you have to be able to find ways to manage. Cheers, guys. Thank you. Have a good evening.